After listening to him, I don't want to hear him. Thank you. After hearing that
well,
dribble.
Go ahead. He got
Dude,
your
that's
goat,
typical.
So go ahead
this
first.
is just the unsophisticated. Why are you so tough on us? You're the Cowboys. What part don't you get? You're the freaking Cowboys, Micah Parsons. You're not playing for the Carolina Panthers. It's so ridiculous that he would get on and bellyache. You're on every damn primetime game, more than anybody else in the effing league. I'm so mad. Come to Bleacher Report and hear me talk. That's why I didn't talk to the media, because you won't get any quick questions. We're here to dribble. There's no pushback. What fan in their right mind wants to hear Micah Parsons cry like a big baby?
Oh, it's a lot to do want to hear that.
Win some games, damn it. That's all you got to do. You don't understand it? The Cowboys haven't been to an NFC Championship game, Chris, since when?
1995.
No, since Moby Dick was a guppy. That's why. You got an owner who has a radio show or on the radio all the time. Come on, dude. Don't be that naive.
You hit it on the head.
Stop it.
You're right, Micah. There is more energy for the Cowboys than there are for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Sorry, that's how it is.
There's more energy with Dennis Schroeder, 6-foot Dennis Schroeder on him, and kicked it back out to Steph. I mean, I get that's what they do nowadays, but you're down 1. Go up strong, young man. You 6'7", bully that young boy. Put a layup in and take the lead. But the question now that's on the board is Steph Curry not clutch? You know Rob thinks he's not clutch. For all my lessons I've taught Rob about this, all the schooling I've given him, he's still holding on to that theory. Because now, here's the number, Steph Curry, according to ESPN, 0 for 12 in the playoffs on potential go-ahead shots in the last 45 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime. 0 for 12. I believe Steph Curry's definitely clutch because he's given clutch performances in big games. Has not hit the last shot. I got to admit that. But for a game, he delivers.
Yeah, I do want to say, Chris, I listened to your double talk because that's what it was.
How's
double talk. Because you can't. You talk about, well, he's had clutch performances, but I will admit he hadn't been clutch. This is my.
I didn't say he hadn't been clutch.
This has always been my argument about Steph Curry. That if you're going to call somebody the greatest anything of all time, you're going to nitpick about his resume. That's all I've ever said. Not that he's a bum, not that he can't make three-point shots or whatever, but that I would not give him the ball at the end of a game and I would pick other people over him. That's why I've always said I can't consider him the greatest shooter of all time because his resume is void. Anybody who watched last night, void of those moments that you normally have when you're of that ilk. When people talk about, oh my God, Steph Curry's unbelievable. Did you see him tie the game last night against the Lakers or win it or whatever it is, a shot? No, people don't say that because he hasn't been able to do it. We're at the point now where it ain't the sample size is huge. 0 for 12 is a real sample of all time.
My thing is, you said you don't have these moments? People don't talk about, wow, did you see Steph last night? Really?
No, I'm talking about to win at the end of the game.
Oh, at the end of a game.
Yeah, I'm talking about
give you, he hasn't hit those shots at the end of the game. But it don't matter at the end of the game if you don't deliver for 40 minutes.
No, that's a cop-out, Chris. That's not how it goes.
Really?
That's not how it goes.
Says who?
Says me. Says
okay, that's because you, but that
we
ain't
talk about
everything.
Because we talk about the end of the game. We talk about
game is
Chris. The biggest heroes hit the home run in the 9th inning, not strike out, and you go, well, he had 3 home runs in the first 8 innings. He's a great player. If he strikes out in the 9th.
Give me the Larry Bird shot you remember at the end of a game to win the game.
Chris, I'm talking about.
Give it to me.
I'm talking about. I don't have everybody's resume in front of me. I don't have everybody's.
I bet you can name Michael Jordan's.
But Steph Curry, I have. And yes, I was in Cleveland covering the game when Michael Jordan made the shot to win the series.
So is Michael Jordan a better shooter than Steph Curry?
No, I would give Michael Jordan the ball to win the game any day over Steph Curry. That's what I'm telling you.
Your point is Steph's not the best shooter.
No, he's not the greatest.
Is Michael Jordan a better shooter?
That's not Steph is not the greatest shooter.
At the end of a game, I would give it to Jordan, who's not nearly as good a shooter as Steph Curry. But does that mean, that's what you're saying, does that mean he's a better shooter than Steph?
I'm telling you that Steph is not the greatest shooter because he doesn't come through when you need him. That is a big part of being the greatest.
You didn't need him?
No.
That wasn't the moment where they needed him?
He played fine. He played great. That's
fine.
Good. But 0 for 12, he can make all the logo threes and dipsy doodle and shoot from half court and 3/4. All those are great circus shots. Give me the money shot. I want the money shot, and Steph has crapped out when it comes to the money shot.
After winning 73 games, and they're facing Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, he hits 7 threes and scores 36 points in Game 7. Those are all clutch shots.
They're not all clutch.
Yeah, they are. The game is clutch. It's a must-win game.
No, but they're not all clutch because that's not how it's played.
You ain't gonna be close at the end.
No, that's
really?
Too,
you are?
Yes. No, that's not. Those are not what you consider. Those are a part of the game. And then there becomes clutch moments. The first basket he scored, Chris, was clutch in that game. In Game 7, the first basket was clutch.
The whole game
No,
is
I'm
clutch.
asking you. The first basket wasn't clutch. No, it's not.
Let's keep it real. Rob, they didn't have to get rid of Aaron Rodgers this year. Aaron Rodgers said, if you want to believe him, he wanted to go back. They were ready to move on from Aaron Rodgers, so I don't necessarily agree with your whole thesis that they didn't show any belief in Jordan Love. I mean, they didn't sign. How in the world would you sign him to a long-term extension? You haven't seen him play.
You have seen him play in practice for 4 years.
Yeah, but that practice in the NFL today, Chris, it's not what it used to be.
More than you play, though.
I still got to see. Yeah, but they don't practice that hard in pads and tackling and all that stuff.
But they practice all the time.
Yeah, but a lot of it's shell and 7-on-7. It's different.
Chris,
and so
does the price for a quarterback go up or down as you go forward? Does it go up or down? I'm asking you.
They should have signed him.
I'm asking you if you. No, they didn't sign him because they knew. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Why did they trade Aaron Rodgers?
The price.
If they knew.
They claimed that Aaron Rodgers didn't respond to their texts and conversation, so they got mad.
He claims that he wanted to stay with him.
He said that they say that he didn't contact them or they reached out to him. My point is the price for a starting quarterback doesn't go down.
We don't know
goes
if he's
up.
A starting quarterback.
It goes up.
They don't know.
Yes, they do know. That's why they didn't sign him.
You're not making any sense, man, really.
No, you don't make sense.
And I know this is just your opinion.
No, you don't make sense.
No, Rob, here's the thing.
No, if they knew they had something, they would sign them.
You can talk.
They've had him for 4 years.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to wait till you talk, and then I'll interrupt you. Go ahead.
I mean, you might, because you don't have an argument. You just yell over people so they can't get their point out.
No, I don't yell.
Let me talk?
It's called conversation with
No, it's not when you don't let me talk.
And bass in my voice. That's all.
Oh, wow, real scary. Can I talk? And if he doesn't play well, then they'll decide if they want to move on or give him another year on short-term money or whatever. So, I mean, that's all this is. This is seeing what the kid can do.
And
I'm not bearing him after 5 games. I'm not saying he's going to be great. I just got to watch it and see. Like you say, I'm not there yet. I want to see him.
That's fine. All I'm telling you is when we had Andrew Brandt on and we had Randy Mueller, both of them thought it was highly unusual that they didn't sign him to a longer-term contract. Not a 20-year contract, but they basically gave him a one-year flyer, which tells you that they basically
I don't agree with Randy
didn't buy him. All right, well, both of those guys, those were NFL guys who were in front office. Okay, so that
means they're right about everything?
No, but they have more knowledge about that. They thought it was interesting. They thought it was interesting.
NFL guys drafted Zach Wilson, too. NFL guys drafted Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you know more than they do about money-wise. Go ahead.
NFL guys drafted Trey Lance 3. NFL guys drafted Sam Darnold 3. Marcus Mariota 2. So don't throw the NFL guys at me like that means they're infallible.
Nobody said they were infallible, but both of them thought it was weird. It was weird that you would get a quarterback and not sign him. And not sign him. No, it's called knowledge. They have knowledge that you don't have, and that's what they thought was weird. That's all.
So then the next time an athlete tells you, I played, then
that's
you just
good because we're not talking about X's and O's when I'm talking. You never hear me talk about X's and O's. I didn't play.
I sure don't.
I don't play. You're right. I don't play, so I'm not acting like I'm a coach.
Well,
I'm not regurgitating.
Like you a GM.
I'm not regurgitating other people's stuff and reading stuff out of something and then acting like you know what it is. I don't do that.
Who does that?
I'm talking about plenty of people on TV. If it fits, the shoe fits, wear it.
It don't fit me.
All right, then.
I actually watched the games and played to some degree.
That's good. You played.
I know the game.
Division III high. How many times you got to hear you played Division III football in high school?
I didn't play Division
III
football.
My God. Okay, Chris, you played.
You just mad because you were sitting there as a pencil pusher.
That's fine.
Cheering.
That's fine.
And writing in the little paper.
You're right. Cheering. And you know what? That's what I was going to be. And you wanted to be in the NFL, and did you make it?
I did.
Oh,
I didn't.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No, I didn't. And I never said I was close.
I played in high school football.
All I said is I played high school football, so I know a little about the game.
And I played I played at Division III football.
Or did you just know you wasn't any good?
No, we didn't have a high school football team. How's that, Chris?
Wow, that must have been a fun school to go to.
That's a school. Martin Van Buren, look it up. Football? We didn't have a high school football team.
Ouch! It's the Odd Couple, Chris and Rob. All right, Rob, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll turn the podcast off. How about that? I wouldn't listen to that. I mean, where's the pushback? He did it in Philly.
He may have. I don't know if he pushed back.
He did it in Philly. That's why he got fired in Philly, because he did it in Philly because they went 4 times in a row and lost. Come on. I mean, Andy Reid is a great coach. He's won 2 championships, Chris. He's had a lot of success, but he's also had a lot of failure at one time. I mean, he really did until recently when Patrick Mahomes showed up. Let's just be honest.
Belichick, we can talk about struggles as well. In fact, can you find a coach who hasn't had some struggles? You know, I'm just saying, I mean.
Vince Lombardi?
Alex Smith, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb all played their best football under Andy Reid. I mean, like, again, his record I hear Rob G feeding you information. Rob G, say it with your chest. Get on the mic.
No. Rob G, don't get on the mic. And
if you got something to say.
No. He's a producer. He's doing his job. Okay.
He gets on the mic at times.
But I asked him for something. He can look it up for me during the show. Okay.
Do share.
Yeah, he has top 5 picks as far as quarterbacks. It's not like he's had run-of-the-mill quarterbacks and he turned them into something. All those guys are top 5.
Who'd they play their best football
with? But they're top 5.
I'm just asking. That means nothing.
Yes, it does.
Baker Mayfield was a top 5. Sam Darnold was a top 5.
Yeah, but that
Zach Wilson was a top 5.
But it also
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jamarcus Russell. Do I need to keep going on and on?
You can keep going on, but it doesn't mean that they didn't have any talent. It doesn't mean that those other systems.
That they did.
But it doesn't mean that those other systems were good. And you're going to give Andy Reid all the credit for Donovan McNabb that he couldn't play if it wasn't for Andy Reid?
What did I say, Rob? I said he's played his best football.
but it's funny.
All of them played their best football,
but they couldn't play
Andy Reid.
They didn't play their best football in the biggest games of the year. That's the problem. And Andy Reid was the coach.
That might be on them.
Why is that? Oh, it's on them when it's the big game, not Andy Reid. Great. Why'd they run him out of Philadelphia? He went to 4 straight NFC championship
So you saying Andy Reid's not a great coach?
I didn't say that. I'm asking you why'd they fire him? Why?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Why did they fire him?
Them. You tell me.
I'm asking you. You're telling me that he was great with it.
He was great.
All right, but why did they fire him?
Championship? Because they wanted to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, there you go. And he couldn't get him over the hump. So
how's
all of a
he
sudden,
been now?
All right,
how's
but I'm talking about Philadelphia. I'm asking you. He's so great.
Okay, why did Bill Belichick get fired in Cleveland?
They didn't have a team there. That wasn't a good organization.
Oh, he didn't have a team.
They didn't win a championship since Jim Brown was a quarterback. I mean, running back.
That was a lot closer to Jim Brown.
Stop.
That was a lot. That was 30 years ago. I mean, if you want to play the fire card, Belichick got fired too.
How many playoff games did they win?
Did you watch football in the 1980s?
No, did you cover it? I actually covered football.
Okay, then you should know.
I was there, unlike you. I wasn't on my couch. I wasn't on my couch. I was there. I covered the Jets Browns playoff game. I was there in the 80s. You were at home with a popsicle watching the game.
First of all, don't talk to me like that. Because that's no different than a player saying you never played.
You weren't there is all I'm telling you. Don't act like
next time
you weren't there.
Next time
don't tell me about no player. I'm just telling you, I covered the NFL since 1987.
You don't let anybody else talk. You yell.
Talk.
Okay, then be quiet and let me talk. And next time a player says to you, you didn't play, then you be quiet and you take your medicine. Because I can say to you, you ain't played jack. At least I played in high school.
Chris,
at least I played in college.
Still talking about that high school football.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
Like that makes you something special.
Because you older than me.
When you play in it, when you older than me. There's 1,000 kids who played high school football.
Now, you wasn't one of them.
And no, we didn't have a football team. We didn't have a football team.
Oh, wow.
And
what kind of school
stick your chest out like that means something.
Did y'all have a basketball team?
Make the NFL. I played high school football in Iowa with all white kids. Oh yeah, I was great.
Nah, I played in Cleveland too.
Yeah, okay.
With some black kids.
That don't mean nothing to me. That's great.
It means more than you sitting on the sidelines, right?
You still talking about it.
You with your pom-pom.
You 55 years old talking about high school football. Shame on you. Shame on you. Like you did something special. Rob G played high school football. He's never mentioned it because it don't matter to him. A lot of kids played it. You sticking your chest out like you made the NFL. Stop it.
All I'm saying is that's the equivalent of you talking about, I've been covering the NFL since 1987. That just means you older than me. I covered the NFL and the NBA too. And Major League Baseball too. You just did it earlier because you're older. And I've never bragged like I could have made the NFL. And yesterday was just more confirmation, and I think may have convinced even more people.
Did not convince me as usual because I look at the whole ball of wax when I even look at that game. Of course, he played great with 50 points. We got that. 38 shots to make 50. He better make 50 with 38 shots in the game. So
you saying he wasn't official?
I didn't say that. I said when you take 38 shots, you should score 50 if you're Steph Curry. Yeah. 38
Did you say
shots?
That when Jordan
No.
63?
Can you just talk for 10 minutes?
It's a silly. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. It's silly. Go ahead.
It is
silly.
silly.
Okay. Yeah.
If you can't take it, get off the air.
Yeah. All right. I'm off the air.
Ahead.
Go ahead.
You done? So it's just my show today.
Your show.
Never. All I said is I went further than you. Since you want to bring up resumes and credentials, Mr. Baseball, did you even play baseball past junior high? At least I did that. But you want them to just let him go? Or
Right. They don't need him. They said that they don't need him. They could put anybody in there. What are you holding on
When did
to
they
him
say
for?
that?
That's what the owner said. It doesn't matter. The
When
league.
did he say that?
You don't remember? He said
No.
It doesn't matter. The league continues to go on. Whether he plays, whether I'm around, it doesn't matter. The league will go on.
Is that not true?
But that means that you don't need him. You can put anybody in that position.
Don't mean you don't need him.
That's what he's saying. That he's
It doesn't
irrelevant.
mean that. No, it
That's what he
doesn't.
said.
That's
what he
not
said.
what he said.
That's
What he
how
said-
I interpreted
Well,
it,
you
Chris
interpreted
Broussard.
it incorrectly,
That's how
Rob
I
Parker.
interpreted. You can't tell me how I interpret something. This is where me and you disagree.
say it.
You can't tell me what I interpreted.
You're putting words.
No,
in
I'm
somebody's
not.
mouth.
That's what
Why
an
do you block
interpretation. That's
people?
what, Chris. Do you know what an interpretation is?
Yeah.
That's when you hear something and you determine what you just heard. You're going to sit here and tell me what I heard? I know what I heard. He said he don't need him, that he can put any running back in and it won't matter. If that's the case, release him.
Say that.
That's what he said. You could disagree because you got a different argument. I'm not being ridiculous. You don't know what interpretation. Can you look at the dictionary and figure out what interpretation means?
You just told me.
What does it mean to you?
No. So you're getting emotional about it and projecting your own thoughts onto what he said.
No, I'm not.
You don't like what he said.
Do not tell me what I'm saying or what I'm thinking.
What I want, and I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you're not going to tell me what I'm thinking, Chris.
I'm telling you right now.
You can tell me what you think. But you're not going to tell me what's in my head. You're not going to tell me what I'm thinking. You must be crazy. You and Irsay, those are simpleton terms. That's a simpleton.
What does that mean?
You know what that means? Oh, anybody. Well, we can get rid of anybody. It doesn't matter. We can get rid of Patrick Mahomes and get another quarterback. The Chiefs will still go on. We can get rid of anybody. Everybody's replaceable. That's a simpleton. That's a simpleton way to look at something. That's not. Forget Patrick. I just gave you one example.
No, you should have picked the better one.
I could get anybody.
Anybody
in the league will continue. The Chiefs will continue with or without Patrick Mahomes.
The Chiefs are winning.
Okay? No, that's not the point. It's a simpleton point of view by Irsay that the league's going to go on. If he's no good, release him. He won't cut him. If he's no good and it doesn't matter. No, he doesn't matter.
Extension.
No, put anybody in that running back. It's his point.
He could put anybody in there. He just said, I'm not ready to give you a $40 million contract
don't follow
extension.
that guy. Is that who you're following, Irsay?
No, I'm not
You're
following
backing
him. I'm just telling
Irsay
him.
and saying he's as simpleton as it gets. Oh, it don't matter who's playing. The league will go on. You're right. The league will go on. But that doesn't mean people don't have value. And that's what he did. He disrespected Jonathan Taylor like he doesn't mean anything. Who wants a boss like that? Chris, if Scott Shapiro called you right now and said, we don't care if you come on, Chris. Fox Sports Radio will be on whether you're on the show or not. Don't tell me you'll be like, yeah, what Scott said is true. That makes sense. That doesn't matter if I'm on. You wouldn't feel good about it. You have talent. That's why you're on the radio. You have talent.
Now, we can disagree, but I don't think he was saying you ain't worth nothing.
That's your opinion.
I don't want you.
I totally disagree.
No, you don't. You just you putting your emotions on it.
I totally disagree with you.
And that's fine. You can put on what you want.
No,
you can say you don't like what he said.
My emotions are what makes me who I am. Okay?
That's right.
You do you.
But
Chris
everything
Broussard,
ain't emotional.
And I do me.
Is logical.
Don't tell me how to act or what I want to say.
I'm just telling you
I
my
can be
interpretation
emotional.
of
That's
what
who
you
I
said.
am. That's who
my
I am.
interpretation
That's how
of what you
37
said.
years has made it in this business because
Rob,
I'm me.
I mean, really?
Yes. I'm me.
Well, what's
you can't tell me what to think and tell me what to do. You can't tell me. I don't care what you think. Chris, I don't care how you interpret it.
That's fine.
I interpret it a different way.
Don't get so emotional about
and
it.
don't tell me because you can't tell me.
I'm not yelling about what you said to me.
You can't tell me what I interpret.
You're the one
you
yelling
can't tell
and
me.
interrupting
You
and
want to
going
give
in
me
the
math?
crazy voice?
2 and 2 is 4. I'll agree with that. You don't tell me how I interpreted something.
You can say what you want, and I can say what I want.
You can, but you can't tell me what I'm thinking.
Well, I just did.